Howdy, Internet students. This is Mr. Hermanson here, helping you with Objective 6.3a. This is the one that has to do with the properties. There's three properties that you need to know: the commutative property, the associative property, and the distributive property. The commutative property is the one where you can change the order of the numbers and the value stays the same. That also works with multiplication. The associative property is where you can change the grouping of the numbers and it won't change the value. That also works with multiplication. And the distributive property is the one where you get rid of the parentheses by multiplying, expanding the product. So this would be A times B plus A times C. So, which property is illustrated by each statement? So in this first one, you'll notice that the parentheses are moved to different spots. That would be the associative property. In the second one, you'll notice that the 6b and the 7 plus 5b swap places. That would be the commutative property. And I'll do one more here. I'll do D here. Notice that in this part we have 5 times the quantity A plus 3B, and in the other part we don't have parentheses anymore. It's been expanded. That one would be the distributive property. All right, let's move on here. And in the next set, we are going to try to figure out which of those three properties are being used. So again, you only have to worry about the commutative property, the associative property, and the distributive property. So what we're looking at is right here, and then right here. How has it changed? Notice that the negative 9 is in a new spot, and then this thing in parentheses here also moved. They got switched places. So the parentheses aren't changed, but the order of the values have been changed. So that would be the commutative property. Okay, and then from here to down here, the numbers are in the same order. What I mean by that is negative 1, 2, and negative 3a. They're all in the same order. What's changed is the grouping, so the parentheses are in a different spot. So that would be the associative property. All right, and then on the next page, we are going to, you're going to explain how you would use mental math to find each of these totals and try to use the properties that we know. So if you buy 2 CDs for $18.90 and 1 DVD for $20.50, so you're going to have to do $18.90 times 2 plus $20.50 to get the total. And if you're going to try and use mental math to do this, you're going to have to find some way to handle that. And here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the $18.90 times 2, well, $18.90 is pretty close to 19. It's actually 10 cents less than 19. So I'm going to think of that product like that. And then we got to add $20.50 to that. Well, this 19 minus 10 cents times quantity of 2, I can use a distributive property to get those totals. So I can change this and just do 19 times 2, which is $38, minus 10 cents times 2, which is 20 cents. And then after I'm done with that, I need to add $20.50. So I just used the distributive property there to help me do that. And now I think I can add these up pretty easy. I'm going to take this 38 and this 20 and add those together, and that's $58. And then I have 50 cents extra here. And by the way, what I did is I just rearranged those, so I was really using the commutative and associative properties there. So I have 50 cents left over here, and I'm going to add that to my minus 20, and that means I have 30 cents more. So my total is $58.30. All right, you can go ahead and finish up that practice, and good luck on the retake.